Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go!
And over on the blue lines, all three robots, having started with cones, successfully dropped them off, scoring 2 in the upper row, 1 in the middle. However, when Iron Claw goes back to pick up a cube, they end up just knocking it out of reach and will not get that extra score. Their alliance partners, however, Deus Ex Machina, make it onto the charging station, docked and engaged by the end of Autonomous. And meanwhile, it was Robotics who managed that for Red. And speaking of the Red Alliance, we see Digital Minds getting tangled up in a collision, very nearly falling over. But they keep their footing, and they are already at their loading zone, picking up a cone, trying to race back and get that scored. And it is currently the Blue Alliance who has the advantage. Both our alliances fighting to stay in the playoffs here, but there's still plenty of time for this to go either way. Digital Minds now get that cone scored in the upper row, and their alliance partners sliding over to take their place. Robotics also adding one in the upper row. However, over on blue, Quicksilver is doing exactly the same thing. It looks like they are finding another cone on the field even, and making their way back, scoring that as well. And their alliance partners on blue, Iron Claw, it seems like part of their intake is on the floor when it should be in their robot. That means it is going to be tougher for them to make up some of that scoring contributions. However, it is still Blue Alliance who has the advantage and has the quicker pace of scoring. Seems like Red Alliance robots, we see Barn to Robotics overshooting a little bit perhaps as they try and reach their loading zone. Tangling up a bit with blue robots, but now they're free, lining up, waiting to get a game piece from the human player. And we have our scores neck and neck, less than 10 points separating our alliances with 50 seconds to go. See 599 with that cube they place in the upper row. They complete the upper row for the Red Alliance, but not done yet. They are racing back to their loading zone on the hunt for more game pieces. Blue Alliance trying to hang on to their lead. This cone will certainly help from Quicksilver if they can get it in place. It falls off of the middle row node, but it does manage to score in the bottom. And we now have 30 seconds left. We are into the end game. Quicksilver for the Blue Alliance, not done with game piece scoring just yet. Blue has their own upper row entirely filled out, and they are still working on the bottom row. 15 seconds left. Red has 2 of their robots onto the charging station, docked and for the time being engaged, but they lose a level. And Blue, with 10 seconds left, gets all 3 of their robots on the charging station and level, docked and engaged. 5 seconds left. Red rocking back and forth. They lose the level again, and in the final second, they overshoot. They will not get that charging station level. Blue Alliance, who hangs on to their lead and takes that match by a score of 158 to 110. That means the Blue Alliance, alliance number 3, stays in our playoffs, and we will see them next in round 4, match number 12. And